said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Oregon Ducks, the House of Loud, Autzen Stadium in Eugene. As we'll see, the defending national champions, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. The Ducks will put total leather to crank us up. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. The give is to Taylor. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24. Man, what a matchup. The stakes are really high. Both teams in the top 10, playoff positioning, all the things that go with a midseason showdown, guys.
And these are just fun for us because we got a little bit more juice, too, because both teams in playoff contention, both teams high aspirations, a big showdown, a big prove-it game, Palmer, for both these squads.
And it's been fun because these two teams seem to be revving up right at the right moment. They've gotten better and better as the weeks have progressed, and now we've got this major clash, head-to-head in front of the entire country, all eyes watching.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. To throw, it's Underwood. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
He gets the first one off, and he was busier than he hoped in that loss last week, being called on 5 times. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. The back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Wants to go up top. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. All right, guys, let's think big picture for Oregon. Every team needs those big dudes up front, and, man, they got a mauler from the high school recruiting ranks. Big 4-star D lineman. David, what's his adjustment going to be like?
Well, you see the excitement from the fan base and the reaction. It's all over the place, and you understand why. Because just being able to have that size at that position, play the defensive line, is so important for these college teams. He'll fit right in.
This senior showed some serious arm strength, firing that one in for the first down. The Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Give to the running back. Gets it past the marker. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. The Ducks get a fresh set of downs with a fast, hard finish on that play.
Fast is the word. As long as I can remember watching Oregon football, it's always guys that can get the football, get downhill, get back in the line of scrimmage, run the next play really fast, but it always starts with the ground game.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction, not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Wide receiver comes in motion. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard. Guys, let's chat for a moment about Oregon. As most everyone knows by now, one of the top disruptors on defense in the country, 5-star defensive lineman, and they got him with a huge verbal commitment last week. What's that going to do for them?
I mean, the excitement level through the roof. Getting a guy like that you know is plug and play. I mean, big, strong, athletic, makes your defensive line formidable right away.
And the defense, got him at the 27.
Yeah, and the defensive line, you know, third and long situations, I'm rushing the quarterback. You bring in the nickel, a little bit more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack on third down.
Tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. Kicker couldn't quite get it through, and the scoreboard remains the same. First play of this drive comes from the 27. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. To the air, it's Underwood. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Guys, let's chat about Michigan. They've done a really good job in high school recruiting just last week, a commitment from a big-time 4-star defensive back. David, what does a commitment like that do for the program?
I mean, so exciting. Like, once you start creating momentum in recruiting, it's really fun to watch it. And getting a guy like that in the back end, in the secondary, that's so important to your defense, man, does it get you excited. And other guys now say, hey, I might want to go play with that cat.
He finds enough room to get it up to the 28-yard line before going out of bounds.
Man coverage, when they get up in your face, they make things hard. You want to be able to attack the whole field and get them leaning one direction and then break outside like you did there. Nice out-route connection, nice chemistry between quarterback and wide receiver.
Grab near the marker. It's Cleescorn. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. New set of downs after the completion. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. The give to the back. Find some fresh air. Got enough for the first down and wants more. Here he goes. Touchdown, Michigan. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, fellas, here's a final update on a clash between top 15 teams. Ohio State went on the road and just dominated. And that's one way to grab attention on a national level. Make a statement in someone else's building and prove you're legit. And did the Buckeyes ever do that? Always fun to see two of the game's better teams duke it out at this point of the season. A good barometer, fellas, for both coaches.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. This drive will open from the 15. Johnson wants to throw it. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And the throw downfield winds up incomplete, and there's a good reason for that. This guy was being mugged by the defender.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. You simply can't do it, and the referee's call it.
The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Stop behind the line, he'll lose a yard. Let's take just a second and talk about Oregon. Boy, did they have a big pickup in recruiting. Stud in the secondary. 5-star defensive back. Gives them a verbal. What a huge boost for this program, David.
This is enormous. Getting a guy in the back end, a 5-star guy like that. Dude.
And the ball is free on the pitch. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it. And the Ducks are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. Quarterback making adjustments. On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. Skips away from pressure. He's going to run it. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be 4th down. The Ducks will send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Makes the catch at the 30. He's got great speed. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. They'll start this drive at their own 48. Looking for a man. It's Underwood. Picked off. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they've got it at the 49.
Well, obviously it's raining here in this game, and the ball's slippery. I don't know if that slipped out of the QB's hands a little bit, but it certainly wasn't an accurate throw, and as a result, it ends up in an interception.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. They'll move the wide receiver. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Caught behind the line. It's Casper. And that play just looked to be a mess from the snap, and he's run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Quarterback may change this route. Going to sling it on 2nd down. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
Quarterback trying to attack the middle of the field. I like the aggressive nature, but his receivers aren't 9 feet tall. No one's going to catch that. No one can climb the ladder. You got to bring it down a little bit.
The Ducks are way behind the sticks on this 3rd and forever. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And the Ducks will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Trying to play a little field position with that high punt. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession.
Oof, what a break by the returner. You know, he's looking to try to do some damage and make some people miss and make a big play. And he coughed that puppy up, but what a break. How fortunate is he to fall back on that football.
This drive will get started from the 37-yard line. Going with the ground game left. Got enough for the first. At the 35, he's loose. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Wolverines.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Handoff to the lone back. Breaks into the open. Will expire, and that's how they'll be set up to start the 2nd quarter. Just about ready to get things started here in the 2nd. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. Starting off this quarter close enough. Quarterback on the keeper. And the ball's out there after it.
And those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Get it out to the supersonic guy. Got some room in it to the goal line. Touchdown, Oregon. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. The corners are walked up tight. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They'll go to the ground. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Man, how about that defense on the snap? They are in the backfield with great penetration. Nowhere to go for the running back. That defense was sitting on G, waiting on O.
Looking to pass. It's Underwood. Just a hair too much on it from this big-arm sophomore quarterback. How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
That's a really good break on the football. He sees the ball come out, and he hits it right as he's catching it. Nice job of dislodging the football from the receiver. That's a good play by the defensive back.
The Wolverines will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. A low-line drive and not his best work. And this punt will be down just on the other side of midfield. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. He'll keep it himself. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
Well, after ripping off a big-time run on his opening carry, a negative play this time around, and this is going to be key. They're going to keep giving him the ball, and they need him to have more positive plays than negative ones if they're going to win.
The Ducks need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on third down. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Defense doing everything right on this drive. They started off in really good field position. They created negative plays, and they're going to get off the field here very, very quickly. That was about as good as you can do without taking the ball away.
Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive. Back to throw, it's Underwood. Quickly complete. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
That's one the DB, I think, would like to have back. Out route, he was in man coverage. If he could have just got out of his break a little bit sooner, he might have had a chance to intercept that one and take it to the house.
And the Wolverines can really attack on this second and short. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
Makes the catch. It's Marsh. At the 40, there he goes. Turning on the Jets. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan.
Yeah, coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, it's gone final in a huge top 25 showdown. Here's how it went down. Mississippi State endured a hostile crowd and the challenge that always comes with playing away from Stark Vegas, and the Bulldogs came away with the win. It wasn't a blowout, but it is a W. Really unexpected outcome in this ranked-on-ranked matchup. The type of loss, guys, that'll get the attention of even a good football team.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Might be changing the route. Johnson looking to throw. He hurls one deep down the left side. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. Trying to take it back. Down to the 48-yard line as he takes it away and takes it back to set up his offense.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
They'll start this drive at their own 48. To the ground with the back. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
And I'd go back to him again after that first carry, but the defense more ready. They're more alert, dialed into the running back. They're like, listen, we've given up one big play. All eyes on him. Nice job getting the guy on the ground.
They'll give it to the back.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening on this third down. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Great job by the defense dialing out some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
The Wolverines will bring the punt team onto the field. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Punt is in the air. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. Snags it quickly on the left. At the 45 on his way. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on. The Ducks want to pick up the tempo. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Picks up the 1st down. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. They'll put it in play from the 27, 1st down. Johnson wants to throw it. Using the quick game. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on 1st down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Out of the gun to give to the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
They'll try to get the 1st through the air. Right on the money. That'll be enough for a 1st down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. He wants to change this route. Looking to throw on 1st down. He's got it. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
And with that incompletion, man, this crowd, I don't know that they are really happy about what's going on. I mean, already built a deficit, and they don't have a lot to cheer about. They got to get some kind of rhythm, something going on this offense to ignite this fan base.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Johnson looking to throw. And they'll get him down inside the 5, but this offense powering toward a score. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
The best red zone offenses are the ones who can run the ball in this area, but that's a tough ask today, especially against this unit. One of the best 5 deep.
Touchdown, Ducks! Quick strike through the air for the score.
That is exactly what this offense needed to do. We talk about answering at the right time, right before the half, close this gap, create some momentum, go into the half, put something together, try to come out with your hair on fire and win this second half.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. In front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. He'll do it himself on the draw. He's stopped in the backfield again. This defense trying to send a message he'll have to carry into halftime.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Oh, he's got some space. He got the first down and more. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. One more snap coming before juice boxes and orange slices. Taylor has it. And some room to work. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. And the Wolverines will kick it away to start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. The offense changing the play. Johnson wants to throw it. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. When you have the type of defensive lineman that Michigan has had over the years, you don't always have to send the house to get to the quarterback.
No, it's a beautiful thing when you're a defensive coordinator, when you got big, strong studs like this. Year after year, Michigan always has a stable full of them, of guys that are athletic enough to rush the passer, but physical enough to play the run. It's a fun spot to be in as a DC.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
And the Ducks need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the tight end. Complete downfield. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
And the offense will stay on the field. Do you think they're just going to try to make the defense jump? Now the play fake. Looking to the big tight end. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. There he goes to the right. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one. The Ducks want to move quickly. Go straight ahead. And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Here we go. Wants to adjust the pattern. Johnson looking to throw. Starting to feel a little pressure. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon! I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with the touchdown.
On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. The give is to Taylor. Running hard and getting 6 yards out to the 26.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
Wrestled down at the 32 after a pickup of 5.
This is an offense, guys, that really believes in physicality, and that's their identity. So running the ball on 2nd down, no problem for them.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. They'll leave it with him. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
Goodness gracious, if you blinked, you missed it. Horrible blocking up front. Defender gets in there so fast.
Did he line up in the backfield?
The run to the left. Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on... There he goes. This just keeps moving. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Wolverines. And that one will put them up here in the 2nd half.
And QBs love their big tight ends, and especially guys that can do such great things after the catch. He catches it. Dang, Palmer, he looks like a daggum receiver after he catches the football.
What a matchup nightmare, too, man. I mean, he's just too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. If I'm this QB, I'm looking that guy's way a lot more often in this one.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup today. Arkansas took care of business and left little doubt in doing so. And for a program that's won double-digit conference titles between the SEC and the old Southwest Conference, this is big time. Always interesting to see ranked teams collide, and today was no different. The agony and ecstasy of college football, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Johnson wants to throw it. He's got the back in the middle.
Hey, on offense, you just got to stay ahead of the sticks, and a big part of that is finding positive production on first down. When you've got this guy in the backfield, there's a lot of ways you can do that. You're going to hand it off to him, but how about dialing up the pass play on first down and just letting him go to work to set up second and short?
Wants to fire on second down. Quick strike complete. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you have a prominent jawline and an urgent resolve. They'll go for it. They're throwing for it on fourth down. And they can't connect, a costly turnover on downs.
That is a great job by this defense, coming up big on fourth down when it matters the most. You could tell they were dialed in. They knew they were going to throw the football. The defense was locked in on the quarterback. Great job defending the pass, forcing the incompletion on fourth down.
And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. He'll try the left side. Turning it on. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan.
Anytime you've got a successful run play on the ground, you've got to have great blocking up front. The offensive line, receivers, everybody doing their job. And that helped lead to the home run.
On to attempt the try. And they stay on target with the extra point, up 35-21. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down.
I think that's one the kick returner is going to want to take back. That was a ball he probably should have let run through the end zone, give themselves better field position, but now they are way back up.
Let's see what they can get going on this drive as they snap it from the 7. The give to the back. Never underestimate the power of moving forward and creating breathing room as they mark it at the 17.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
From the 17-yard line, it's 1st and 10. He'll do it himself. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run.
Going for the big play. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
Johnson looking to throw. Trying to make magic with his feet. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet.
Really nice awareness that time by the quarterback. He knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up the first down. He's scrambling on that play, and there are a lot of guys out there that would slide, that would try to run out of bounds, protect themselves, but that was really tough what he did. He put his body on the line to go pick up that first.
Off play action on first down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
That's another example of just really good football. This is why they've built the lead here in the second half. Nice job pressuring the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, coming into somebody else's building and keeping it really, really quiet.
Power football with the run. This has been happening all night. They stubbornly keep giving him the ball, and the defense is all over it. We open the final period with a third down play. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. They've got the screen set up. He got it out to the 34-yard line. Not enough for the first down. Let's see if they punt it away.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
In the situation we're in, down 2 possessions, they obviously had to go for that one. And because they're not able to come up with it, it looks like they're going to be leaving this stadium with an L.
So here comes the Michigan offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute there.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Down to the 26-yard line and a first down. Right back to the well. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances, and that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening on this third down. He took a hit as he threw.